Okay, so welcome back to my another video about creating a model using TinkerCAD. So today we are going to create a model that is related to the topic circles in mathematics. Okay, so in this video I'm going to teach you how to use gear model or gear shape to create the model that we want. Okay, and in this topic we are relating mostly for degree and radian. So let's get into it. So first of all, I bet everyone knows what a circle is. So a circle basically is a shape that consisting of all points in the plane that are given a distance from a given point, which I like to call it the center point. Okay, and the distance between the point or the side of the circle to the center point are always constant, which is the same. So that distance is called the radius. Okay, so if you have a circle over here, okay, for example this orange one, okay, so every circle it have a point, okay, which is the center point, and the distance between one side, okay, to the center point, this is called the radius, and the radius will always constant, moving one round on the plane. So this distance is called the radius. Okay, and one very interesting is if we have two radius, which means if you have a point here and you have a point at the opposite, okay, this opposite side, when you have two radius, okay, the sum of these two radius is called the diameter. Okay, diameter. Okay, so it looks like this. Let me draw on this smaller circle. This one is called the diameter, D. Okay, and basically that's about the circle. Okay, and one more thing is the circumference. Okay, the circumference is the line at the outermost circle, okay, which is this point here. Okay, the total of this line is called the circumference. Okay, which is a parameter in any other shape like a square. Okay, so how you can find the parameter, you basically add this four side up. Okay, so that's the circumference and parameter. Let's move to our next topic. Okay, so next up, degrees and radian. So degrees and radians basically are the unit that you use to measure an angle. So what is an angle? Angle is basically the value between a straight line to another line from the top. Okay, so this one is called the angle. Okay, angle. So like a square, it also has an angle. So the angle of a square normally are 90 degree. Okay, which means it turns 90 degree upwards to form a square. Okay, like a trapezium. Okay, or yeah, like a trapezium. Okay, like this. The angle is different. Okay, so the trapezium angle, the base one, the angles at the base is the same and the top one are the same. Okay, so these are angles. Okay, so let me erase my things. Okay, so basically the values that we use are normally measured in degree. Okay, the unit that we use to measure an angle are normally in degree. We have another type of unit, like when you measure a length, you have centimeter, meter, kilometer, and so on. Like you measure a weight, you have gram, kilogram, and so on. So over here we have a unit tool to measure the angle. So most commonly you will see the one that we are using is degree, and we have another one which is the radians. Okay, so you want to convert both in between 10. Okay, so every time when you want to convert from degree to radians, okay, basically you take the degree times pi divided by 180. Same thing vice versa, if you want to convert a radian to degree, you take radian times 180 divided by pi. Okay, so this is how you can convert between both. Just like if you want to convert from centimeter to meter, okay, you're gonna to take centimeter times 100 to get the meter value. Okay, so that's basically how you find the value. So over here, what I want to show you is the the concept that we are going to apply on our gear. So over here that you can see, this is 360 degree and 0. So initially, every time the line will face over here. So when it turns, we will go up. Okay. So when it's 0 degree, which means it's 0 pi in radian. Okay. And if you go up over here, when you meet 90 degree, in radian value, it will be pi divided by 2. Okay. Because if you take 90 degree times pi over 180, okay, so let me simplify it. 9, 2, so basically our radian is pi divided by 2. And you turn some more. The interesting part is when you meet 180 degree, it means a pi in radian. Okay, and so on so forth. Okay, so you can see the value over here. And once you finish one circle, which is 360 degree, you will get 2 pi. Okay, so let's move on to our next part. Okay, so what is pi? So you have seen pi in the previous slide. This is the pi. So pi symbol is like this. Okay, this is the pi. So basically, what is pi? Pi is a number, okay, which is the mathematical constant. Okay, pi basically is the ratio of a circumference of any circle to the diameter of that particular circle. Regardless what size is your circle is, the ratio will always become pi. So the pi value is around 3.142 and so on, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can go Google search for the full value of pi. Okay, it's an infinite number that you hardly can memorize, but you can take the challenge to memorize it. And if you write it in fraction form, pi is basically 22 over 7. Okay, so that's basically all about the introduction for circle. So let's move on to TinkerCAD to create our shape.